side, the 88 of Brad Keselowski, as he is in the number 10 spot right now at 30 seconds flat, 159.9 miles an hour. And of course, Brad coming off a really good comeback performance last week at Texas. We had a chance to eavesdrop on the radio just a couple of laps ago. Let's listen in.
Just to kind of tell you what I got, I can turn down into one, don't really have to arc it. I can hold the bottom pretty good. That's just based off my first lap. I'm just a little bit twitchy early center, but it settles in real good. A little bit nervous about that for a qualifying style run. Going into 3, car's really good. Do whatever I want. I can hold the line, get through the center. 3, really, really good. I can pick up the throttle a little earlier than I am, but I've been a little conservative on that. Drives good. Up off of 4 for sure.
Some great communication feedback to the pit area. And that brings us to our next Ask the Analyst question from John in Matthews, North Carolina. Do other teams monitor competitor radios during practice to find out setups of others' cars? And is that cheating?
It's not cheating at all. I mean, anybody can do that, but they do monitor everybody's radio. A lot of time these guys will talk in code or say, hey, look, let's talk about that once you get off the racetrack. I mean, I'm listening to what Brad Keselowski just said. He said, overall, he's got a pretty good handle on car, but the one thing I do pick out his voice, the car is a little bit twitchy right now, and he knows when he blocks it off and puts that car in a qualifying run, that baby might get really loose, and that's what these cars always do, Marty. Almost all of these guys fight loose because these are impound races. You cannot make as big a chassis changes as the Cup car does. Just different rules here. Dues, that wasn't a word, was it?
No, that wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't going to call you on.
I know.
Let's get more on the 88 from Shannon Spake.
Well, I can tell you what the 88's been doozing down here in the garage. They've been fighting really tight conditions. Actually, Brad says he's been chasing the track since practice has started. They've had him on scales. They've been making some left front spring changes to the car. And on the last trip into the garage, they did make a camber change. They're just trying to free him up a little bit on the racetrack.
All right, thanks for the update, Shannon. There you see his best lap as he's currently in the 10th. And, of course, the second race here last year at Nashville was a very big moment for Brad Keselowski because, of course, that is when he picked up his first career nationwide win, taking the checkered flag in the then familiar Navy colors, and a big moment for Brad. And, boy, the way the season started out, didn't know if he'd get back to victory lane, and made a step towards it last week. Maybe this weekend he returns. As we take a look at his first 5 finishes, and the first 3 were extremely dismal. Not all of that his making, of course, if you've been tuned into the races. Came in 12th at Bristol, and then that great run from the back of the field, 42nd up to 3rd just last week. And let's take a look at position number 1. Guess who